What you guys, got another video. Stop updating Windows 11 like this and do this instead. I'll show you exactly what you can be doing with Windows updates to take back full control of your Windows updates on Windows 11 and Windows 10. Now we know Windows 10 Home and Windows 11 Home has quite a few restrictions when it comes to the Windows updates panel. You don't get much options in there. But with this method I'm going to show you, you're going to be able to have more control over your Windows updates. But before we do that, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 11 Pro or cheap Windows 10 Pro OEM keys, then check out the links in the video description. They also do Office keys on there as well. But basically, all you need to do is create an account and choose your product. Click on the Buy Now button, use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order and get a 30% discount on all your purchases. Once they send you your key, you can head over to the Activation Center, paste in your key, click on Next, and then click on Activate to activate your version of Windows. And this will remove that annoying watermark and basically give you full access to all of the features in Windows 11. So what we're going to take a look at today is WAU Manager. It's made by Kari Fred. It's got plenty of decent features like uninstall updates and also manage hidden updates. That means you can hide updates if you want to hide them. So this feature is built into this actual application. And this is the actual application right here. So we're going to go ahead, download it, and I'll show you how you can set it up and what it can actually do. And check out some of his other products because he has some really decent tech tools that you can use, like the Tech Tool Store. He also has Ultra Virus Killer, which I've done videos on many years ago. So what we're going to do is install this onto the system, and you can see it right here. This is what we're dealing with. So let's start up the very top right here. And it says, if you plan to use WAU Manager, you should tick at least one option below. Otherwise, it will not be much use. So basically, disable the built-in Windows update via group policy. You can check mark that, and you can also deactivate the Windows update service by checking this box here if you want to do that as well. I'm going to leave that unchecked and just leave the disable the built-in Windows update via group policy check marked. But again, like I said, you can check mark both of these if you wish. But just read the information, it tells you what it actually does. You need to check mark at least one option. Next, we're going to move down to this section, and it says, please select below the desired UI mode and behavior when updating Windows. Normal, automatically search for updates, but ask before you download and install. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want that option, you leave the radio button inside that option. Next, you've got passive. This is automatically search for updates, and it will download and install updates. Show progress only. And that option is available there if you want to put the radio button in there. So my preference would be normal UI mode because this is going to wait and tell you before it starts downloading and installing updates on your PC. But the next option is the quiet mode, and this automatically searches for and downloads and install updates, and this will show notifications only. There's a little check mark box right here saying automatically reboot if needed. You can check mark that box if you want to automatically reboot the system after you've done your updates. Next, we got a search for option, which is drivers updates, and we can basically check mark this with the radio button, or we have software updates. And then we have both. I would leave this in the both option, but again, your choice is up to you. And you can automatically reboot if needed by check marking that if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to reboot straight away, then you can leave that unchecked. So also we have the advanced option there, which we didn't cover. And this just gives us a few more options like false downloading updates, false installing updates, and then we've got false uninstalling updates, and we've got install updates for Microsoft products other than Windows. So you can check mark these on which ones you want to select here. You just put the check mark in the box and that will be set. And that's how you can set that up. So that is the options on the advanced section. So let's just go ahead and uncheck this. And what we'll do is we'll close this box off and we'll move on down to this next option, which is for shortcut and schedule for unattended updates. So this is where we can control all of this. So we can check mark this for create a desktop shortcut to quickly update Windows using the settings above. So that is the settings above that we've just set. So you can check mark that if you wish, and it will put a shortcut on your desktop. Next, we've got automatically update Windows using the settings above and the schedule below. So depending on what we set this to below, it will also do that as well when we click on that shortcut icon on the desktop. So let's go ahead and check mark that. And now we've got the schedule starts at the date and time, and we can do that right here. So you'd want to pick a time when you're not using your computer. If you leave your PC on all the time, you can set this to a time when you're asleep and it will do it in the background. And again, you can also set a repeat every so many days. So once you've got your time set right here, I'm just going to leave this as is, but you can just highlight it and change it to the time, whether you want PM or AM, or whether you want whatever day to start from. And then you would repeat every so many days. So 30 days, what this will do. So this is selecting your desired frequency in days for the task to be repeated. For instance, if you want your computer to be updated once every 30 days, just enter your 30 days in the box right here. Next, we've also got a check mark box for also update Windows Defender daily using the UI mode above. And now you can save and apply those options. As you can see right here, we've saved those and they are now set for what we've set up here. So how you want to set yours up will just be your choice. And you can make changes to this at any time after the fact. So we also have some other features which I want to cover in this video as well. And that is uninstall updates. And this is another area where we can click on this right here. And this will take us to the uninstall updates panel. So if you've got a rogue update that you've downloaded already onto your system and you're having issues, you can use the uninstall updates panel and it will open up like this right here and you would check it. For instance, if I wanted to uninstall this very latest one right here, which I'm not going to do, but if I did, I would check mark it and click on uninstall and it would uninstall that update. It's that simple. So this is the very latest update. I could uninstall the checked update and it will uninstall it. Now, if you want to manage your hidden updates, if you've hidden an update, maybe it's causing a problem and you don't want it coming back down onto your system, you can hide it. Microsoft did make a tool to do this, but Fred has also implemented that into his software, which is quite useful because that means that if an update that's come down from Microsoft that is causing problems and it's got major problems, you can hide it and have it inside here. And I'll show you how that works in a second, but we've got none hidden here at the moment. But that means you can hide it and it won't come down and install on your PC. And then you can unhide that update as well. So let me just quickly continue here and I'll show you what else we can do on this as well. So we've got update Windows now right here. And this will allow us to update Windows and it will go off and do an update if there's any updates available. And there will be an update that comes down here, which I'll show you how to hide and also how to unhide that update as well. So we'll just give this a few more seconds to check and pull the updates down if there's any updates available. And we also have a shutdown after updating down the bottom there. And there we have two of them. So let's go ahead and what we'll do is we're going to hide one of these updates. Let's hide this Broadcom update here. And we can just uncheck the one we don't want to be affected right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide this update right here because I don't want it to come down. So let's assume that's the case. So now all we need to do is click on hide selected up the very top. We can uninstall this update if we want to. It hasn't come down onto the system yet, so we won't be able to uninstall it because it hasn't been installed. So if I wanted to hide it, I'll just click on hide selected. And you can now see that it's confirmed that has been successful. Now, if we click on manage hidden updates, you should see the update there. And if I wanted to now unhide this update because it's now fixed, we can now basically unhide this update if we want to. So highlight it and you just click on unhide checked. And it's that simple. So that's basically how you can do it. Now I'll quickly show you right here as well how you can uninstall an update. You just highlight it the same way. So just put the check mark into the update that is on the system and just say this is the offended update that is causing your system a lot of problems. You would just uninstall the check marked update and it will go ahead and remove that from the system if it can remove it. So let's go ahead and let that do its thing. You should see a box popping up on the screen saying uninstalling update, and then it will go ahead and try to uninstall it. So you're probably going to have to confirm that you want to uninstall it. So there we go. Are you sure you want to uninstall the check marked update? So we're going to say yes, and this will go ahead and it will uninstall that. Now for some reason this is saying uninstall failed, not installed. So we can't uninstall that one, but we could go ahead and uninstall another one. So next up on the top right hand side, you do have a little menu here where you can take a look at some options. So you can see here we do have view update history and manage hidden updates and so on. It's got all your normal ones we took a look at here. So let's go ahead and view these right here. Now, of course, once these have been viewed, we can also update these as well. So if these are outdated, we can go ahead and click on the update checked, which means the ones we've got check marked. So we can go ahead and do that right here and say yes. And this will go off and it will pull down the very latest versions of these from Microsoft. You can see updating Microsoft Visual C++ 2015. And it will go ahead if there's any updates available, it will pull these down and it will go ahead and install these onto our PC. So it's very useful and a very handy little Windows update manager. I'll speed this process up because there was quite a few of these to update, but you can see it works pretty well. So let me know what you think in the comments section down below, whether this is something that you would use or whether you just prefer to use the Windows Update panel inside Windows, or whether this gives you a bit more control. If you're on Windows 11 Home or Windows 10 Home, would this be more beneficial to you? And if you want to update the application, you can go to the settings panel, automatically update your WAU Manager, and you can see here update now, and it will let you update it right there. It's that simple. So it's a pretty decent app in my opinion, and Fred's done some awesome apps. So check out his website. I'll leave a link for that in the video description. Hope everyone has a lovely weekend. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, then the link should be pinned at the top of the comments or in the video description. You can join up over there. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Big shout out to all my YouTube members, whether you're tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I really do appreciate the support, and I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll catch you on the Discord server. Bye for now.